Welcome everyone to the next Mici Rants after like a year. I think the last one was in November, I think. And this time I'm gonna rant about Twitter getting rebranded to X, which is a much worse decision than Discord's rebrand last year or 2 years ago, whichever. And I remember I was so goddamn pissed off at Discord, and I still sort of am because that font looks fucking atrocious. But this change is just on a whole another fucking level. And before I say anything, I would like to stress that I'm not addicted to Twitter. I don't even use it that much. But still, it's a well-established brand that Elon just fucking ruined a few days ago. So if you've been living under a rock, then you might not have noticed that, the bird is gone. And basically every mention of the word Twitter or tweet or anything is just replaced by the letter X. And Elon seems to be fucking obsessed with the letter X because he wanted to rename PayPal to X, or maybe he founded a company called X.com and PayPal bought it, or something along the lines of that. He named his fucking child after the letter X, like his child is literally called X-A12, which isn't even a name really. Like, what the fuck is X-A12? Why a number in a name? And a few days ago he just kind of decided to kill the bird. So now it's not a bird, it's just this very bad looking letter X. Like, these two thinner lines aren't even fucking aligned, so you can tell that he didn't really hire competent designers, if he even hired one at all. However, Twitter Lite still has the bird, at least, and for now. But he even renamed Twitter Inc. to X Corp. That sounds like a fucking supervillain in a cartoon company. So I'm telling you, he's just fucking obsessed with the letter X. He tried to name a company X once. He did name it now, X Corp, and he even named his child X. Like, how obsessed can you be with the fucking letter to even name your child X? And as you can see, my tweet, which I will continue to call a tweet, not an X, as Musk says it must be called now. Even in here you can see Elon has X.com in his bio. But like a few hours after this change took place or so, X.com was in his bio. Then I went to see what X.com might look like on my phone, and you can see in the screenshot he didn't even have the fucking domain. So as you can see, X.com was still on sale. And he already had it in his bio before acquiring the domain. By the way, I just updated my bio and banner. This is the banner on YouTube too, but only like this portion of it can be seen on YouTube for some reason, even though it's better as a whole. I spent a good while making this, but at least the most important parts can be seen on YouTube too. Let's face it, Elon has made a lot of bad changes to Twitter ever since he bought it, such as paying $8 to get verified just because, which I will never do because that's a fucking idiotic move. And I'm not saying that everyone who has paid Elon $8 for a Twitter checkmark is a fucking idiot, but they made a very bad financial decision, that's for goddamn sure. And then there was his rebranding of Twitter to X. Like, he even tried to take the Twitter sign down from the office in San Francisco, but he didn't pay for the equipment being used to take it down, so the San Francisco police just stopped it, and it now says He even projected it on a wall somewhere, So there's no doubt, at least in my mind, that Elon is fucking obsessed with the letter X for some reason, and I'm kind of certain that Elon wants to create the Western WeChat. If you don't know, WeChat is like an everything app in China that's used as a social media, as banking, gaming, like everything you can imagine, it's in one singular app. And Elon appears to want to make X into that, but for, Western audiences, which is like, why the hell? If he genuinely wants to do this, then he wants to create a monopoly on basically social life. He owns X or Twitter. He owns Twitter, that's for certain. But he doesn't own YouTube. He doesn't own a streaming service, although he appears to want to make X into those things as well. Well, I haven't seen a good enough YouTube competitor, so who knows? Maybe X will be that. I don't know, but I'm skeptical at the best. He wants to remove like everything the Twitter branding had. Like, you see, the logo is gone. Its most recognizable fucking asset is gone. Then, if you want to make a tweet, then for me it still says tweet, but for some people in like the USA, it says post. Not tweet, post. Tweet is like a well established, well known like website lingo. But if you change it to post, then it's become fucking generic, like on Facebook, for example. But even the execution of the bird from here and everywhere else, it's just taking the company's value down and down and down as long as it could go. And Elon tweeted or replied to someone that he wants to make tweets be called X's. Like, to me, that sounds like, an ex-girlfriend, ex-boyfriend, something like that. Not like a post. Because everyone knows what a post is, everyone knows what a tweet is, they're essentially the same, I know, but on different platforms it's called a post. But if you make it an X, then you're introducing new lingo that nobody knows, nobody thinks is sensible, me included. That's partly why I'm making this rant video, and it's just not gonna be used, because guess what, Elon? People don't like change, myself included. I'm not saying that all and every change on every website is bad. I'm saying that if anyone on any website changes things drastically and people say that they hate it and they want it reverted, then the people who make those changes should fucking listen to them, the user base, and just revert it. But they never do. Elon didn't even give a warning that he's gonna rebrand Twitter for no reason. He just decided to do it. Just like that. Just like that, the word was gone and X is the new logo. Even though, as you can see, it still leads to twitter.com. And also, back for one thing about this X logo. I know everyone has said basically everything I have talked about so far, but this new X logo really does look like a porn site logo. Like, what do you think is associated most with the letter X? It's porn. Obviously it's porn. Everyone is still going to call this platform Twitter and the post tweets. Elon even wants to change the followers term to viewers, which is like, why? Like, if you have 4 followers, like myself, follow me on Twitter by the way, so if you have 4 followers, that doesn't sound like much, obviously, but just compare it to 4 viewers. Like, if I only had 4 viewers on YouTube, that would sound much worse than 4 followers on YouTube. It's not much either way, but yeah, viewers don't sound that special like followers. That's about it for this rant. Who knows when the next will come? And yeah, this is just. I can't say that much more honestly. I have already said what everyone said basically. This is truly the downgrade of at least the decade. Yeah, we were wrong to call Discord's rebrand, sort of rebrand, the downgrade of the century. This right here is the downgrade of the century, or at least the decade, so far, at least. It is truly the downgrade of the decade so far. So, yeah, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, not X, Twitter, and see you guys in the next one, I guess.